Good afternoon, students. In previous class, we have seen introduction part about hydrocarbons, and we have started with preparations also. Under preparations, we have completed first two preparations completely. Those are from alkenes. If alkenes will undergo hydrogenation reaction, we will get alkanes. For that, reagent is H2 such that palladium, platinum or nickel. Okay. From alkenes or alkynes, we can get alkanes. No problem at all. From alkyl halides, when alkyl halides react with zinc such that HCl, we will get alkanes. Next, Woods reaction. Complete reactions we have seen two. Now, third reaction is from carboxylic acids. Under carboxylic acids, first one is decarboxylation. What is meant by decarboxylation? Decarboxylation is the process of removal of carbon dioxide. Decarboxylation is the process of removal of carbon dioxide. Okay, first we will take salt of carboxylic acid. In last class we told how it will be salt. When acid reacts with base, we will get salt plus water. Okay, CH3COONA is called sodium salt of ethanoic acid or sodium salt of acetic acid. Acetic acid is common name. Sodium salt of ethanoic acid or sodium salt of acetic acid reacts with NaOH plus CaO. NaOH plus CaO is called soda lime. NaOH plus CaO is called soda lime, which is called as decarboxylating agent, because that is the reagent which is removing carbon dioxide from sodium salt of acid. That is the reagent which is helping to remove carbon dioxide from sodium salt of acid. That's why this is called decarboxylating agent. The reagent which is helping to remove carbon dioxide is called decarboxylating agent. In this reaction, this is the reagent which is helping. That's why this is called decarboxylating agent. Normal name is soda lime. NaOH is called sodium hydroxide, soda ash plus CaO, quicklime. Both are commonly called soda lime. Okay, in this reaction it is helping to remove carbon dioxide, that is called decarboxylating agent. Okay, now the reaction will be completed in a way that CH3COONA reacts with NaOH plus CaO, in which COO, Na and NaO will be coming out as Na2CO3. In whatever the form, we are removing carbon dioxide. That's why this is called decarboxylation. Is happened, we will get methane. Like that, if you take any other alkyl group here, CH3CH2, that CH3CH2 will react with this H to form ethane. Like that, any other alkane we can prepare. Generally, we gave the name, we gave the example, preparation of methane. Like that, we can take any other example and we can prepare ethane, propane also. According to number of carbon atoms here increased, alkane number of carbon atoms also will be increased. Okay, now alkane contains one carbon atom, but reagent, that means the substrate which is going to react, that is contained with two carbon atoms. Okay, one carbon atom is removed in the form of carbon dioxide. This is the way we are going to see from carboxylic acids how alkanes are prepared. This is a reaction only. Next, one more reaction is there, that is called Kolb's electrolytic method. What is that? Kolb's electrolytic method. That one we will see now. I hope you are clear about this preparation, ma. Okay, let us start with Kolb's electrolytic method. Kolb's electrolytic method. By seeing the heading itself, we can understand electrolytic means we have to take the help of electrolysis. We have to take the help of electrolysis, meaning we are using electrical energy. So one plate must be connected to positive terminal of the battery, another plate must be connected to negative terminal of the battery. like that cathode and anode, all those discussions will be here. Okay, roughly I am drawing one diagram here. Actually in your textbook they didn't explain with the help of diagram, but it is easy for us to understand with the help of diagram. Okay, let us see. Under Kolb's electrolytic method, we will take a beaker in which it contains solution of CH3COONA. CH3COONA. In previous preparation also we have taken this sodium salt of ethanoic acid only. Okay, but here this is sodium salt of ethanoic acid dissolved in water. So water is also present here. In this solution we have CH3COONA which is dissolved in water. Generally salts will be dissolved in water now. So the CH3COONA will be dissolved in water. Now first CH3COONA, when dissolved in water we will get CH3COO minus plus Na plus ions. When CH3COONA dissolved in water we will get CH3COO minus plus Na plus ions. Okay, so this is nothing but these which ions are present in this solution. CH3COO minus and Na plus ions are present in the solution. Okay, into this solution we are going to take metal rods or metal plates. Into this solution we are going to dip the metal rod or metal plate, in which one metal plate is connected to negative terminal of the battery and another metal plate is connected to positive terminal of the battery. One metal plate is connected to negative terminal of the battery. Okay, this is negative charge of the negative terminal of the battery. This is connected to positive terminal of the battery. Then this is behaving as positive electrode and this is behaving as negative electrode. Negative electrode is called cathode. Positive electrode is called anode. Negative electrode is called cathode and positive electrode is called anode. Positive electrode is called anode. Okay, ma? This one rough diagram for Kolb's electrolytic method. Now, first initially we have taken one beaker. Into that beaker we considered solution of CH3COONA. Okay, that CH3COONA dissolved in water, it is in the form of CH3COO minus and Na plus ions. CH3COONA is present in the form of CH3COO minus and Na plus ions. Okay, into that solution we dip two electrodes, two metal plates, in which one metal plate is connected to negative terminal of the battery and another metal plate is connected to positive terminal of the battery. The electrode which is connected to negative terminal of the battery is called cathode. The electrode which is connected to positive terminal of the battery is called anode. Okay, now what is going to be happened in this reaction? CH3COONA, CH3COONA, 2 moles of sodium salt of acetic acid or ethanoic acid reacts with 2 moles of water. Two moles of sodium salt of ethanoic acid reacts with 2 moles of water. Mechanism is also there. That mechanism also I will explain. First, roughly normal reaction I am going to write that one. Okay. See, water is present. Sodium salt of ethanoic acid is present. When we provide electrical energy to this solution, what is the reaction happening? That one we are going to discuss. these two in a way that, observe, CH3 and CH3 will be bonded to form CH3 single bond CH3, which is called ethane. CH3 and CH3 will be bonded to form CH3 single bond CH3, which is called ethane. CO2 CO2 will not be bonded, 2 moles of CO2 will come out, plus 2 moles of CO2. This is CO2, this is also CO2. How CO2 will be formed, we will see in mechanism. That mechanism also clearly I will explain. First, this is the normal reaction I am going to write. Okay, after that clearly stepwise explanation we will see in mechanism. CH3 single bond ethane plus carbon dioxide plus NaOH. 2 moles of NaOH will be formed. 2 moles of NaOH will be formed plus H and H will be formed as hydrogen plus H2. H2 is the gas. For gas, we will represent this arrow mark. Carbon dioxide is also gas. That's why we are representing this arrow mark upwards. Arrow mark upwards representing gas mark. Okay, this is the reaction, overall reaction. Note down carefully, all of you. For easy understanding, I have written like this. Normally, this reaction can be written as 2 moles of CH3COONA reacts with 2 moles of H2O to get C2H6, ethane plus 2 CO2 plus 2 NaOH plus H2. This is normal reaction. Generally we will see in this way. Okay, for your easy understanding or easily remembering purpose, I clearly written like this. I wrote like this. Okay, see, CH3 will be combined to form as C2H6. CO2, 2 moles of CO2. NaOH, 2 moles of NaOH, H2 will be coming out finally. Like this, 4 products will be formed in this reaction. Okay, what is our main product? That is ethane. Okay, if you are clear with this total representation, we will go through mechanism. Before going to that mechanism, all of you observe, when we switch on the battery here, electrical energy will be generated through the electrodes and it will be providing this reaction in the solution. Because of that reaction, these are the products we got. Ethane plus carbon dioxide plus NaOH plus H2. So in this beaker itself, these many products will be formed. Hydrogen and carbon dioxide will be escaped. NaOH is settled in the bottom. CH3 is also gas. Through particular separate equipments, they will store that ethane. Carbon dioxide also they will store that one. Hydrogen also they will store. Is it okay? Now we will see what about the mechanism of this reaction. Till now, what are the things I wrote on the board? I hope you understood, everyone. Okay. In the exam, if they ask particularly mechanism, then only we can write. Otherwise, simply like this we can write. It is enough. Okay. Exam means for 11th class it is not there, sir. Don't think like that. It will be useful in 12th class also. Okay. Now let us see the mechanism. CH3COO minus and Na plus and water. These are the particles present in solution. Correct? Into this solution, I dip one electrode which contains negative charge, another electrode which contains positive charge. CH3COO minus, Na plus ions and water. These are the particles present in the solution. Into that solution, I dipped electrodes with negative charge and positive charge. Okay, negative charge electrode is called cathode. So I am writing at cathode. Okay, before that I will explain first before at anode. No? Let us take at anode. Anode contains which charge electrode? Positive charge electrode. Positive charge electrode will attract which ions? Negative ions. Because opposite charges will be attracted, na? Correct, ma? Because opposite charges are attracted, then positive charged electrode will attract negative charge ion, that is CH3COO minus ion. So at anode, CH3 C double bond O minus contain 2 electrons now. One excess electron is there. Excess electron is there, that's when it got negative charge. Okay. Anode contains which charge? Positive charge. Positive charge plate will attract CH3COO minus ions. So 2 moles of CH3COO minus will go to anode. Anode is positive charge. These are negative charge. Rich of electrons. These ions are rich of electrons. They will donate one electron to anode. One electron will be donated to anode. One electron will be donated to anode. Combinedly, 2 moles will donate 2 electrons. When this one donates 1 electron, minus 1 electron I am showing minus 1 electron is donated to anode. Electron is donated to anode. From here also 1 electron is donated to anode. See, 2 electrons are there, then negative charge is present. In the 2 electrons, 1 electron is donated to anode. Then that oxygen has only 1 electron. That is called free radical. So it is converted to free radical. CH3 C double bond O free radical. CH3 C double bond O free radical. One more time. Why this oxygen is getting negative charge? Normally it has one unpaired electron. Excess than that, one more electron is present, that's why it has negative charge. Correct? That excess electron is given to anode. In the 2 electrons, 1 electron is given to anode. When it gives that electron to anode, it has only 1 electron. Then the negative charge is lost and it has no charge. That is called free radical. This is also free radical. See, 2 moles will give 1 electron each to anode because they have rich of electrons. That's why it got negative charge. Okay, they will reach towards anode and they will donate 1 electron towards anode to form this type of free radicals. Okay, now these free radicals will undergo homolytic fission. Homolytic fission to form CH3 free radical plus C double bond O free radical, oxygen free radical. This one also will form CH3 free radical plus C double bond O free radical. Observe here, when this homolytic fission is happened here, 1 electron will be shifted towards carbon, 1 electron will be shifted towards this carbon. Is it correct? Then this carbon has CH3 1 electron, this carbon also has 1 electron. Is it okay, ma? Same like that, this carbon has 1 electron, same this carbon also has 1 electron. Are you able to understand, my everyone? Please observe this. First, this negative charge will lose 1 electron to form free radical. This free radical will undergo homolytic fission to form methyl free radical plus this carbon dioxide free radical here. Same like that here also. Okay, now next step. That CH3 free radical will be combined to form CH3 single bond CH3. These two will form bond. 1 electron is there. Equal sharing will be happened to form CH3 single bond CH3. Ethane. ethane is formed. Okay, now this carbon has free radical, this oxygen has free radical. They will be involved in pi bond. Here also pi bond. So carbon electron, oxygen electron, double bond O will be formed as C double bond O, double bond O. Like that, carbon free radical, oxygen free radical, double bond O is formed as C double bond O, double bond O. 2 moles of carbon dioxide. In this, at anode, we got C2H6 and 2 moles of carbon dioxide. This is 1 mole of carbon dioxide. This is 1 mole of carbon dioxide. Carbon has 1 free radical, 1 electron. Oxygen has 1 electron. They will be involved in bond to form double bond. Same, this carbon has an unpaired electron and oxygen has unpaired electron to be involved in pi bond to form carbon dioxide. 2 moles of carbon dioxide and 1 mole of ethane are formed at anode. These two are the products obtained at anode. In the overall reaction, those two are the products which are obtained at anode. All of you, please observe the reaction carefully. Once again, at anode is positive charge. Negative charge particle will be attracted towards anode, in which 1 electron will be lost from 1 mole to form free radicals. This bond will be cleaved, this bond will be cleaved to form carbon dioxide, this carbon dioxide, 2 moles of carbon dioxide, and these two CH3s will be combined to form ethane. These are the two products obtained at anode. Reaction is not completed. We have to see the products at cathode also. Note down the reactions carefully, all of you. So because of this one alone, 2 moles, we got ethane and carbon dioxide at anode. Negative charged particles will be attracted towards anode. Okay, ma'am? If you are clear with this reaction, we will go to at cathode what is the reaction going to happen. At cathode, what is the reaction going to be happen? Shall I write that one? See all of you. At cathode contains which charge? Negative charge. Then you will think that positive charged ions, Na plus ions, will move towards negative charge. But instead of Na plus, water will move towards negative charge. That explanation you will get in 12th class electrochemistry chapter deeply. Now if I start that one, it will take nearly 10 days to explain that one. Total chapter is there separately, electrochemistry. Why Na plus ions are not going to positive charge? Instead of Na plus, why H2O is moving towards positive charge plate, that is towards anode. That clarity keep in mind if you remember. Otherwise myself I will give a reminder to you. The same thing we explained in 11th class, like that I will give reminder and I will explain in 12th class electrochemistry chapter. You will get clarity there, no problem. So out of Na plus ions and H2O, H2O will move towards cathode. 1 minute. Towards cathode. Just one small clarification. Na plus ions, we are thinking that they will move towards cathode. Positive charged particles, they will move towards cathode. But water molecules are moving towards cathode and it will undergo reaction. That only that clarity you will understand in 12th class, separate chapter is there, electrochemistry chapter. In that you will understand everything clearly. After that wait for that one because it is very big concept to explain now, it is not possible. Okay, now H2O will move towards cathode. So at cathode what is the reaction going to be taking place? HOH. Cathode is rich of electrons. Is it correct? Cathode is rich of electrons. So HOH will gain electron. HOH will gain one electron. In what way? The bond present between O and H will undergo heterolytic cleavage. If it undergoes heterolytic cleavage, we will get OH minus, because this charge is moved completely towards oxygen. That's why we will get OH minus and H plus. And H plus. That H plus will gain this electron. That H plus will gain this electron to form H free radical. OH minus plus H free radical. How H free radical is formed? This H plus electron. From where we got this electron? This electron is obtained from cathode, because cathode contains rich of electrons. That's why only it got negative charge. Is it okay, ma? Cathode is contained by which charge? Negative charge. From that, one electron will be gained by this H2O in a way that this H plus will be combined with electron to form H free radical. This completely is converted to OH minus. Next, same way, another molecule of water will gain one electron to form OH minus plus H free radical. From this, we got two H free radicals. So, H free radical and H free radical will be combined to form H2 gas. Will be combined to form H2 gas. Only the product which is obtained at cathode is H2 gas. Only the product which is obtained at cathode is hydrogen gas. OH minus will be remain in the solution. Okay. Na plus ions are also remain in the solution. Is it correct, ma? These two are combined. Na plus ions and OH minus ions are combined to form NaOH. From 2 moles of CH3COO minus, we will get 2 moles of CH3COO minus. Sorry, 2 moles of CH3COO Na. We will get 2 moles of CH3COO minus and 2 moles of Na plus. 2 OH minus we got. 2 OH minus will combine with 2 Na plus to form 2 NaOH. H2 gas will be liberated at cathode. So only product happened at cathode is H2 gas. NaOH will not be obtained at cathode or anode. It will be remain in the solution only as a precipitate. Is it okay, ma? Now complete overall reaction one more time I am writing, mentioning the products at cathode and products at anode. Okay. At cathode, hydrogen gas is liberated. At anode, ethane and carbon dioxide gas are released. NaOH is the substance. 2 Na plus remain, 2 OH minus remain. These two are combined to form NaOH, which are remain in the solution only. Okay. Note down this, all of you. This is the product at cathode. Finally, I am writing here the overall reaction, that is 2CH3COO Na plus 2 moles of H2O will form C2H6 plus 2CO2. These two are the products obtained at anode, plus H2 gas which is obtained at cathode, plus 2 moles of NaOH which is remained in solution. This is about explanation regarding Kolb's electrolytic method. Kolb's electrolytic method, we are using electrical energy, correct? We are using electrical energy to form. Electrical energy where we are using here into the solution of 2 moles of sodium acetate or sodium ethanoate. Okay, it will undergo reaction with water to form the products at anode, the product at cathode, and NaOH will be remain in the solution only. Okay, this is the complete reaction explanation under the heading mechanism. Please keep mechanism At once we started with at anode and cathode reactions. Above that you have to write mechanism. Okay, this is about complete reaction regarding Kolb's electrolytic method. By this we completed preparations of ethanes. Three preparations we have. Those three preparations are from alkenes and alkynes, that is from unsaturated compounds. Second one from alkyl halides. Third one from carboxylic acids. By this we completed preparations of alkanes. Okay, next we have to go through chemical properties. Physical properties we will see in last. Now we will see chemical properties of alkanes. As we are already mentioning that alkanes are also called paraffins because they have very less affinity or less reactivity towards other reagents, because they are all contained by single bonds, that is sigma bonds only. Sigma bonds cannot be broken easily and they cannot undergo reaction easily. Okay, but generally they will undergo some reactions also at high temperatures or in the presence of diffuser light or any other thing. Generally they will undergo substitution reactions. Generally, alkanes will undergo substitution reactions. Substitution means one of the hydrogens present in alkane will be substituted by any other reagent. One of the hydrogens present in alkanes will be substituted by any one of the reagents. That is called substitution reaction. If one of the hydrogens present in alkane is replaced by NO2 group, that is called nitration. If one of the hydrogens present in alkane is replaced by bromine or chlorine, that is called chlorination. If one of the hydrogens present in common definitions, if one of the hydrogens present in alkane is substituted by NO2, that is called nitration. If one of the hydrogens present in alkane is substituted by chlorine, that is called chlorination. If one of the hydrogens present in alkanes substituted by SO3H, that is called sulfonation. But in lower alkanes, nitration and sulfonation will not be taken place. In higher alkanes only it will undergo. Okay, ma'am. So generally we won't see nitration or sulfonation in alkanes. We will see chlorination in alkanes. Okay. Substitution of one of the hydrogens present in alkane by chlorine is called chlorination. We will get product alkyl halides or haloalkanes. That means chloroalkane we will get answer. Okay. If one of the hydrogens present in, example, CH4 plus Cl2 in presence of sunlight, HNO. This reaction will be generally happened at very high temperature, 573 to 773 Kelvin, or in the presence of diffused sunlight, generally at high temperature or in the presence of diffused sunlight, to give one of the hydrogens present is replaced by chlorine to form CH3Cl plus HCl. We will get haloalkane, chloromethane. Okay, this is general representation. See, one of the hydrogens, 4 hydrogens are there. In that, one hydrogen is replaced by chlorine. That is substitution. Generally, we will say in our normal days also, one teacher is substituted by another teacher. Suppose if one teacher is absent immediately we will say substitution. What is the meaning of substitution there? Instead of the teacher, we are expecting another teacher. That is the meaning of substitution. Like that here also, in hydrogens, instead of hydrogen present in that alkane, we are getting chlorine group. That is called chlorination substitution. If you get nitro group, NO2, that is called nitration. If you get SO3H, that is called sulfonation. But generally, nitration and sulfonation will not be observed in normal reaction, normal substitutions in alkanes. So in alkanes, we will generally undergo chlorination only. Okay, so example I have given CH4 plus Cl2, H nu means sunlight ma. Planck's constant H, nu means frequency. Okay, H nu is called sunlight. In presence of that sunlight, this reaction will be happen to form chloromethane plus HCl. Like that, we can take another example. CH3 single bond CH3, which is called ethane. Ethane will undergo reaction with chlorine in presence of H nu to get CH3 CH2Cl plus HCl. Instead of one hydrogen here, chlorine will be substituting. So any one hydrogen will be substituted by chlorine. That is called chlorination. These are general examples. This is brief explanation about substitution reaction in chemical properties of ethanes. Okay, so depending on this chlorination only, mechanism is also there, how the process will be taken place, all these things we will explain in next class. Okay, how the reaction will be happened for electrolytic method, Kolb's electrolytic method, how we have seen mechanism, like that chlorination also, how it will be taken place through mechanism, I will explain in next class. This is about today's class. I hope you understood today what we have explained, that is Kolb's electrolytic method, and once I revised decarboxylation also. In decarboxylation we removed carbon dioxide, that's why that is called decarboxylation. With the help of NaOH plus CaO, that is called decarboxylating agent. Okay, coming to this chemical properties, after that Kolb's electrolytic method. In electrolytic method of Kolb's, it is the name of scientist Kolb. His electrolytic method, he used electrical energy to obtain ethane from the sodium salt of carboxylic acid. Okay, after that we have seen rough explanation of chemical properties, first one, that is substitution reactions. Okay, I hope you are clear about the class today. Okay, thank you all, have a nice day.